Hey everyone, welcome to Shimmer Girl Talks. Today's topic is something I've been wanting to talk about for a minute. I know I say that a lot. What I see a lot online, particularly, everything has been made political now, if you notice that. And anytime someone is a black conservative, you always have a black Democrat come out of the woodwork to ask, when was America ever great for black people? And the irony of a question like that is typically probably from somebody who was a millennial or someone who was barely 40. Yet, and I've said this on my channel before, my grandparents, grandma would have been 102 this year, grandpa 107. Those people actually lived during Jim Crow. They lived in the South during Jim Crow. My grandfather had a brother killed by the Klan in the 40s. And I'm almost positive that both of those people, my grandparents, knew someone who was a slave. I mean, I'm pretty sure they would have been little kids, and the people who were slaves might have been 80s, 90s, maybe even 100. Not even my grandfather's father, who would be my great-grandfather, who was born in 1880 or 1889, I don't remember. He wasn't even a slave. Yet here we are, fast forward to 2025, and we have black people still moping and crying over slavery. And what's funny about that is the very black people today crying about slavery would be the same black people who would have been clowning the actual slaves of the 17 and 1800s. Would have been calling them African booty scratcher and all kinds of other ugly names. Black people don't really care about the fact that our ancestors were slaves. They just want to use it as a crutch to cry and be unaccountable and not have to be responsible for anything. It's much easier to cry when you don't have to be accountable. And Democrats prey on the emotions and the insecurities of black people. All they have to say is, the Republicans are the ones who are racist. They are the ones that want to put you back in chains, etc., etc. And not going on the history lesson, but one quick thing, it was the Democrats who started the Ku Klux Klan, and it was also the Democrats who did not want slavery to end. Look and see what Malcolm X has to say about the white liberal. And we can sit here and agree and say white Democrats and white Republicans are both racist. I'm not going to disagree with you on that. But what I will disagree with you on is y'all thinking that the Democrats are for the black community. Democrats encourage deletion of black babies. They encourage alternative lifestyles that they do not push on any other culture. They push it on to all cultures, but they know that the black culture is going to be more susceptible to alternate lifestyles because they know that the black woman who they push above the black man is going to, disregard the alternative lifestyle as a big deal. It ain't no big deal. They not hurting nobody. But then 20, 30 years later, when black women are coming along and they can't find suitable husbands, then they're going to be like, these men are out here being sassy and this, that, and the other. But the powers that be know that by putting the black woman above the black man, that black women are not going to be the ones fighting for the black community. They know this. Other cultures, as I've said in my videos before, the women of other cultures, they know, they put themselves to be protected by the patriarchy. That's not how I wanted to word that. Black women fight the patriarchy every step of the way, and then also complain when they're not getting protection and provision from the very thing that they fight. So the question, when was America ever great for black people? I heard somebody else actually say this, and I hate that I can't give that person credit, but I agreed with him. America was great for black people when black people's standard was a husband and wife in the home. Children growing up with both of their parents in the home. That's when America was great for black people. When black people, because they couldn't go into white establishments, they created their own restaurants, libraries. Matter of fact, I just saw an article the other day where because black women were not allowed into certain stores to get their wedding dresses or something like that, a black woman created her own wedding dress store to, make wedding dresses for black women. I can't remember verbatim how that went, but America was great for black people when black people learned to lean on each other and not look for the white government to do anything for them. Another point, and I remember seeing this article many moons ago, I have not been able to find it again, where the powers that be said that black people are the main race of people who are influenced by what they see in the media. Think about the 90s if you were around, and I was around because I'm Gen X. Do y'all remember the Cosby Show? Bill Cosby's character, Bill Huxtable, whatever, Cliff Huxtable. He was a doctor. His wife was a lawyer. Then they sent their children off to a HBCU, and we had a different world. And I think back in the 90s, you had a whole influx of young black people wanting to emulate the black college kids that they saw on TV. And that's how they wanted to level up their lives. But somewhere in the early 2000s, leading up to now, there has been this great push for black people to now view themselves as perpetual victims. And you have these ignorant black rich elites. And I can rattle off some names, but you already know who I'm talking about, who keeps telling black people that we are victims, that we can't move ahead, that Trump is racist, that America is bad for the black man and woman. Yet the ones of y'all who feel that way won't pack your bags and leave. I had to tell this one young black woman who was on TikTok showing her whole entire behind, crying and carrying on like a banshee, that America was horrible for her and black women. So I wrote to her. I said, first of all, I said, your behavior is startling. And it was. She must have put me on block or deleted my comment or something, because I haven't heard anything else from it. I said, there is a black woman on YouTube that you can look up. I'm not going to give the name, but you can just look it up. She helps black women to leave America. If America is that bad, you can join this community of other black women who have packed up their bags and left America. And I'm pretty sure black men who hate America can do the same thing. So my bottom line, America is as good as you make it. If you see it as dragging you down and you can't move forward, then that's exactly what's going to happen for you. Because what you say out of your mouth, there's power in the tongue. Good, evil, life and death. But then you have some people Yes, racism exists. Lord knows I've been called the N-word. I've been racially profiled. I've had a lot of, racist things happen to me. But my life doesn't end there. I still get up, go to work hard, and I acquire the things that I need and want in life through hard work. And that's something that a lot of black people don't want to do. They want, they want to be entitled, and they want the government to just give, and they take. And when you let the government control you like that, they had a power to control you. I just said that. So I hate to hear when was America ever great for black people, because it's always coming from these young knuckleheads who didn't live through Jim Crow South like my grandparents did, yet my grandparents still etched out a good living in America. I would say from the 60s on up to their deaths, they lived the American dream. And it's unfortunate that so many black people are in this emotional state of, I can't because I'm a victim. That is not conducive to a good life. And that's my topic for today.